amongst you. A congressman always looks at Andhra with a lot of that sense of belongingness. It's a long relation, gone through highs and lows. But as we go from Himachal to Karnataka, Karnataka to Telangana, the Congress party looks with a new hope towards Andhra Pradesh. There has been some changes in leadership. Friends, as you know that today as we speak, the parliament is in session. Rahul Gandhi is taking the historical Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. It's a 6,500 kilometers yatra, 65 days long. And in the yatra, he's trying to raise issues which are of people's concern, which concern you and I, our family, people at large. So in the course of these meetings, some youth came and met Rahul Gandhi. And they told him, they shared with him what turned out to be a shocking revelation. Shocking because a government is not supposed to work like this, act like this. But not so shocking if we know, if someone has known and looked at the central government and the way that it functions, it is not shocking. Because you know, for the last 10 years, Modi ji calls this 10 years rule as his Amrit Kal. But you ask a commoner, you ask a youth, a Yuva from this country, he will say this Amrit Kal is in fact unemployment Kal. By compromising in the way that soldiers are being recruited in the name of new policy Agnipath, Modi government on one hand shows its muscular presence, but in effect it is weakening our security, it is jeopardizing it. It's like it's a best described as penny wise, pound foolish. That in order to save money, it is compromising on the national security. A government which has come on the promise of 2 crore jobs, promising 2 crore jobs every year, it should have given 20 crore jobs in last 10 years. Sadly, it has taken away 12.5 crore jobs away from the youth. This is the reality of the government. This is the issue that I have come to you before, and I want friends through you to take the issue to the people of Andhra Pradesh and as far and wide as possible. So when Rahul Gandhi met these youth, he found out that 1,50,000 youth who had gone through the selection process, through the recruitment process in the army, were suddenly, after the completion, when they were to be absorbed, were denied this opportunity. They were told that we will have a new scheme of absorbment, which they called Agnipath, and these 1,50,000 students who had gone through years of training, through rigor, or through physical training, examination, were suddenly jobless. And it turned out that they became so helpless that on one report cited that nearly 50 youth committed suicide because of frustration and hopelessness. So on 31st January, Rahul Gandhi resolved that he would start what he called as Jawan, Anyay ke Virudh Nyay ka Yudh, Yuva Nyay. He named this Yuva Nyay Abhiyan, and through this Yuva Nyay Abhiyan, he promises to do 3 things in 3 stages. First thing is Jan Sampark, which is already on between 1st February to 28th February. In every parliamentary constituency, people who have served in defense forces in the past, people who are associated with Congress ideology, people who are sympathetic to Congress. Everybody is going, holding press conferences, awareness camps, and trying to spread awareness about the failure of this scheme, about the injustice that has been meted out to this 1,50,000 students. And the aim is that to restore their employment, to have them absorbed again. That is the first and foremost intention. And the second intention is to roll back Agnipath and bring back the old system of army recruitment, defense forces recruitment. Of those 1.5 lakh people who had been taken in 7th, they would also identify those families who endorse this effort of ours. We would make stickers, special stickers, and paste it on the doors of such houses that we visit and where we get support, so that we know where to turn when we need your support, when we need people's support. And it is important to mention here that when the chief of our Congress party's Sainik Vibhag went with a memorandum to Vice President's house along with his supporters, along with the Congress workers, instead of lending a sympathetic ear, he was arrested. And the senior leaders had to intervene to bail him out. So we are not surprised that high-handedness and the self-obsessed Modi government and the Prime Minister's attitude, the way he treats the common person and the opposition. And the third step in this direction is called Nyay Yatra, which is a Pad Yatra in every district, which will happen from 17th March to 20th March. We would plan to do a 50-kilometer Pad Yatra to create awareness about this Anyay drive, about these two intent, what we mentioned, to have Agniveer scheme rolled back, and to restore the employment of this 1,50,000 youth who were selected but later denied from joining. These are the three things that we wanted to say. And a very important thing in this regard is that in order to those who are watching this press conference or later when they watch it live on social media, they can associate with this venture, with this abhiyan through a missed call or writing to a web ID that I am giving. The missed call number, the phone number is 4 times 9 812 024. I am repeating again, the phone number is 9999812024, and the website address is www.jayjawan.in, www.jayjawan.in. So this is the important thing that I wanted to say. Now I'll briefly mention what are the shortcomings of this new scheme that Modi ji has brought in called Agnipath. You know that in the name of recruitment, they have amassed 100 crore rupees from who? Not from you and me, but from poor people who have difficulty in meeting their ends, who do not have sufficient income at home, who we see every morning running on the ground outside the road, preparing for these recruitment, looking for a job. From they have extracted how much? 100 crores through 79 recruitment drives. I would mention an important figure which pertains to Andhra Pradesh, that you will be surprised. You will be surprised to know that in 2020-21 there were 79 recruitment countrywide. In 2012 and 13 there were 142 such rallies. In 2013, 14, there were 127 such rallies recruitment drive. Now coming specifically to Andhra Pradesh, in 2012 and 13 there were 6 rallies. In 2013-14 there were 5 rallies. And as we go out of power, in the year 2015-16 there were just 2 rallies in Tirupati and Vizag. In 16-17 there were 2 rallies in Guntur and Kakinada. In 17-18 there were just 2 rallies, Kudappa and Vijayanagaram. In 18-19 just 2 rallies, Kurnool and Kakinada. What I am trying to do is to try to show you that the government which thumps its chest by saying that it is Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas is not actually Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. It does not care about the agonies and pains of the common people. Kudappa and Vijayanagaram. In 18-19 just 2 rallies, Kurnool and Kakinada. What I am trying to do is to try to show you that the government which thumps its chest by saying that it is Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas is not actually Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. It does not care about the agonies and pains of the common people. It is just rich man's government. It is not concerned about your well-being. It's just interested in extracting vote from you and fooling you. Also, for a government which is supposed to treat everyone equally, through earlier recruitment, a soldier used to get 45,000 rupees a month as his salary, as his remuneration. Through this new scheme, that has been brought down to how much? Just 21,000 rupees. Apart from that, there are other shortcomings. If I quickly tell you is that if a soldier dies in service, in harness, he gets nothing. He is not even a Shaheed. Because the government has decided to, even if he is brought down by the bullets of a terrorist, his life is just wasted. His parents have lost their son. His wife has lost her husband. Government is not bothered. I don't think anybody would agree with this. Nobody would agree with this. Similarly, in earlier schemes, people used to get retirement benefits. Government has done away with it. Medical facilities that they have done away with. CSD facilities that they have done away with. So in effect, after 4 years of service, from 17 to 21, they become berozgar, they become jobless. So, friends, through you, I want to tell to the people who are watching this, that we must come together, we must join in the drive of the opposition on the mission of the Congress Party of Rahul Gandhi in forcing the government in rolling back Agnipath scheme, and we must pressurize the government to take those 150,000 soldiers who had been cleared, who had passed the test but have been denied of their rights. This is I want to say, and through you I also want to say that if you don't do it, the government will continue to have its way. It is important that we take matters in our hand and tell this government that it cannot have its way always. That after some time it will be opposition's way, it will be people's way. Thank you.